Imagine showing up at your in-laws' house in every single gathering, there is a particular family member who snubs you. Like, she is so warm and engaging and sweet to everybody else, but to you, she is curt, short replies, and she does this really weird thing that makes it so awkward. When she does respond to you, she turns her head. So she looks at everybody else and stuff. So it's not that, it's just you. It's only you. She turns her head to give you the response. It's so bizarre. And it really makes it awkward. Now, you've just tried to roll with it, like done your best, still try to engage with her and build some sort of relationship. And then Christmas happened. So you guys show up, you and your family. You show up at Christmas and there's the family member. We're going to call her Caroline. She makes her way quickly across the room, warmly greets your husband, your kids, Merry Christmas, everybody. And then you say, Merry Christmas, Caroline. And she turns and walks away, silent. She completely ignores you. Like, this is the first time she's ever actually ignored you. And you were like, oh, did anyone else see that? Like, what was that? But your husband, he'd already started talking to somebody else, and your kids, they were gone playing. They were gone. So you're just standing there by the door, dumbfounded, oh my gosh, now what do I do? This is so uncomfortable. So she's coming to the community and she's asking, how do you cope with somebody? What kind of boundaries can I set who is just blatantly rude? They're so rude and only to me. And I truly don't believe I've done anything wrong to her. I've only tried to be nice. Okay, a couple things. First of all, I just want to suggest, when I show up at my family's house, it doesn't matter which side we go to or whose house at Christmas time, it is loud. It's so loud. Maybe we're just loud, but kitchen, dishes are being banged around. Everyone's hustling and bustling in the kitchen. Kids are racing around with their cousins, having so much fun. We have winter coats on, so that's really noisy. And our boots, we're clunking. It's really noisy. So perhaps she didn't hear you. Just saying. I know all of her other behaviors and the way that she's responded so coldly, consistently over the years says otherwise. Just saying. Okay, the next thing I want to ask is, have you directly had a conversation with her? Because it has been a lot of years of this. Have you sat Carolyn down and just said, hey, I noticed that I don't think you want to engage with me, and I think I must have done something to upset you. Could you give me an opportunity to fix that? You could just ask her outright, what have I done to upset you? Can you give me the opportunity to fix it? I would try that first if you haven't. And then let's say you have done that and nothing's come of it, and she's still always doing these short, curt responses, and now maybe she's even ignored you altogether. Now you have permission to care less, which means you still show up at family gatherings. You still give her a very that initial friendly, warm greeting because that's who you are. And then you don't have to engage with her anymore that night. You don't have to try to find her and catch up, ask about work, kids, whatever you do. You don't have to try with her anymore. She has shown you over and over and over again and again through the years, she doesn't want to engage with you. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. Maybe I'm making a mistake here, but that's how I see it. So I think she's giving you permission to care less. Give that initial greeting, even if she ignores you. Happy birthday, Carolyn. Happy Easter, Carolyn. Whatever it is, if she ignores you, that's on her. Do you, and then go engage with other people that actually want to have a connection with you at the party. That's just my idea. Let's see what the Mind Your Boundary community has to say.